So which retailers have benefited then?
Those that have had quite a clear vision of how they can use this technology. And that means also having strong leadership and management and having dedicated teams who believe in the fact that the internet can actually deliver to the bottom line. But that's not the only thing, because in order to succeed, retailers also have got to look at what resources they have, what capabilities, and to have a very clear knowledge of their target audiences. In the early days, what we saw was guys like shopping online. They like buying computer equipment. So that was one of the things that got things really going, buying computer equipment, buying music, buying books. And that was one of the ways that Amazon came into life, because a book's a book's a book, you could argue. But of course now what's happened is that has expanded out very much more. One of the particular products which was cited as never be going to sell very well online was clothing. But ASOS has proved that wrong, and we're now as happy to buy a pair of trousers or a piece of designer wear online as we are offline.
If the internet has helped retailers and organisations reach to a wider audience, should all businesses then be having a Facebook or Twitter account, for example?
Social media is a very interesting case. Many companies are trying to develop conversations with their target audiences, and that's great. And you can tweet and develop your Facebook page all about your brand. But what you have to remember is, do your consumers, do the people you're wanting to have a conversation with, do they want to talk to you? Are they interested? So, for example, if your base target markets are the under 30s, then around about 80-90% of those target audiences are online. They are tweeting, they're involved in communities, and they're having a great time, and the chances are that you'll attract their attention. However, if your target market is the over 50s, then you'll find that there's probably around about 30% are actually using social media. And therefore, you have to be much more specific about how you're going to engage their interest through social media. There's also the fact that these particular tools are being very much used not only as a retail and a sales platform, but also for political change. So the verdict's a bit out at the moment as to whether it's necessary for you to go through social media.
Have you got any examples of particular companies which have really benefited from using Facebook or Twitter?
Oh, I can tell you about a brand that is, well, it's not second to none. You either love it or you hate it. Unilever's Marmite. There is an elite brand of Marmite eaters called the Marmirati. Unilever decided through their new product development to produce a very strong, extreme Marmite. Then, when thinking about how to actually communicate about this brand, instead of using the traditional channels, they decided that they would use social media. Now, this is a passionate bunch of people. They love Marmite, they love social media, and so Unilever followed them through social networks. And they have great fun uploading videos, talking, trading experiences of what they can do with Marmite and the Marmirati. So yes, that's a company which is specifically followed where its users go.
And for those who are listening who don't know what Marmite is a spread which is brown, sticky, and very strong tasting of brewer's yeast, which, as Fiona alludes to, you either love it or hate it, and I can honestly say I dislike it immensely, but there you go. So going to your point about the age difference and social media, if you got the over 50s predominantly not using social media, is it back to more traditional ways of marketing to reach them?
Because they're not avid tweeters and twitterers and lovers and haters of Facebook, that doesn't mean that they don't shop online. We've seen the profile of online shoppers change dramatically. As I mentioned earlier, we began with affluent guys buying high-tech products. We now have a levelling out. There are probably more women shop online than men, and the age profile has changed dramatically. So Older people are getting much keener to shop online. The key is understanding your target audience. First of all, are they connected? Are they of a social economic group who is actually online and using the technology? And we have lots and facts and figures to help businesses wanting to go online to find out about those kinds of things.
The Open University. For more information, go to www.open.edu/iTunes U.